We all roughly know what accessibility is, but most people only have a very basic understanding of it. The problem with getting good accommodations. I will be focusing primarily on accommodations at school for people with learning disabilities. So how can we make schools in Singapore more accessible for people with learning disabilities, and how is it important to reduce tensions and improve society? There are two main ways to react in accessibility: avoidance, ignoring the problem, which can have benefits but only increases tension with disabled people, or accommodating, which helps accommodate the individual with disability and reduces tensions. These types are common conflict strategies, and for disability, we would normally use accommodating, as it makes life easier for the disabled people and reduces tension. A lot of schools aren't accessible because a lot of schools don't want to go out of their way to accommodate students, and sometimes don't care to give any accommodations to the students at all. On the other hand, a lot of students with learning disabilities have a lot of trouble in school due to the schools giving ineffective accommodations, which don't help with the actual problem. And schools also tend to do the bare minimum to focus on the other students that aren't disabled. The reason for this is because of problematic background beliefs, or not fully understanding the problem and not being able to accommodate the student, which comes from ignorance or negligence. Schools also tend to give out many ineffective accommodations without any effective instructions or interventions, mainly stuff like extra time on tests without actually altering how instructions are given to teachers, which can cause more tension within the classroom. So why should you care about this? For one, accessibility is incredibly important, and it doesn't always primarily aid disabled people. For example, curb cuts, the indentation in the road, were made originally for wheelchair users, but they help many people, such as people with trolleys, strollers, or people that are carrying things. This effect is known as the curb cut effect, and helps the community as a whole. So how do we improve the system? First of all, it is very complicated to remove ineffective accommodations. It tends to take a long time to replace them with better ones, as each disabled person has different struggles in life. There are a lot of problems with accommodations for students with learning disabilities. A lot of them come from a lack of understanding or a lack of care given to accommodate said students. One way would be to make getting effective accommodations a process for the school, parents and students. First thing to do would be to find the problem and give appropriate accommodations, while consulting the parents and child to find accommodations that work for the student, and then teach the teachers how to use the accommodations and how to help the student. And lastly, if any problem arises or still remains, the accommodations should be tweaked to help the student properly and help them reach their potential. The system is based off the plan by Accessibility.com, who focus on disability and accommodation. In conclusion, accommodating students with learning disabilities or other disabilities at school is very important to foster a happy, healthy environment for the students and allow them to work to the best of their abilities. The current system in most schools needs to be updated, and teachers need to be better understand of disabilities to help students they teach and properly accommodate them at school. I hope you learned a little bit about disability. Thank you for watching.